Hello. Yeah, the game going in and out made sense. Okay, hello and welcome. I don't know why this thing changes my settings every single time. It's frustrating. It's annoying. But hello and welcome, Jalix. Hope you're having a chill and lovely Sunday. Doug as well. Doug says Sunday streams in this economy. I hope you're enjoying Black Book and what have you. Also, you are muted. Yes, that we figured out. Uh, um, frustrating as that is. The pain of being a streamer for real. True. True. Sometimes your equipment decides, mostly your software decides that it's going to pick the other microphone that you don't have. Hello and welcome, Il. Also, the reason the music is going in and out is I'm trying to position it so that we can get the music playing while I'm able to read chat. And this game is being very fickle about that. It does not like letting me have what I want. So we're just going to move chat here. Hello and welcome, Jaguar. Always glad to see the kitty in a box. We're finally getting into Black Book. Yeah, the game that came in second place every time. Every time. This game never came in first place. Okay, we should be good now. So I'm going to remind everybody to switch over from top chat to live chat. We are here with Black Book, and we are getting into enjoying it. You always voted for it. I mean, a lot of people voted for it. Democracies. You know, there is the whole issue of the tyranny, quote unquote tyranny of the majority, right? Which is why, seeing as this game came in second so often, we allowed it to have a chance. It clearly kept doing well enough, just never well enough to be in first. First to the finish is not always the best system. Not always the best system. Jaguar always voted for it too, I think. A few other people would consistently vote for it. So I'm glad we're all getting the chance to. But I think we can make our way into the game. Alright. Choose your difficulty. Apprentice for anyone who wishes to experience the story without too much difficulty in battles. The normal difficulty balance for the first playthrough. I didn't... battle skip is possible. I think we're gonna start on normal. And we can always go back to... We can always... I don't know, difficulty can be changed in the game settings at any moment. So, I mean, if the game becomes too difficult or we're struggling or whatever in our first playthrough, we can always drop down to Apprentice. I do want to just see one thing. How do I have achievements partially unlocked already in Black Book, even though I haven't played it? That's weird. Ba, ba, ba. Just checking something quick. Doesn't look like there's a difficulty achievement, which I appreciate. I like games who have fun difficulty names, except Doom. Fuck Doom for making fun of people choosing lower difficulties. Was it really making fun of people? I feel like it was just being silly. Doom difficulty. I also... It was... The lowest level was I'm Too Young to Die. Which, honestly, is a fair difficulty name. There was I'm Too Young to Die, Hurt Me Plenty, and Ultraviolence. And then I think the original game also had Hey Not Too Rough. You only remember the little picture with... That was Wolfenstein. Which feels insulting to me. Not invalidating the feelings, you know. Um that never bothered me in particular personally. I feel like if you're getting upset at being told you're kind of like playing on the quote unquote baby difficulty, then I don't know. I feel like that yeah. No, I could see why it would upset some people. I think it would have been better if it had just been a baby and not a grown man with a bib and a pacifier. Truthfully. I don't see the thing is I never took it as being made fun of. It's kind of just an acceptance that you're on baby mode and that's okay. But I can see why some people would be upset with that. Like it's going to hold your hand through the game a little bit. We all start as babies. We all gotta learn. That was how I took it. But I'm sure there was a bit of that toxic masculinity, oh, you're a baby if you pick this difficulty nonsense. But let's get into this game's difficulty. Okay. Genuine question. Who uses square to... Well, I guess that was the old thing on the PlayStation, right? Wasn't that? Hold on. Let me set control... Enable Steam input. There we go. Maybe that'll help me. It really felt like the toxic masculinity thing. Jaguar says, I'm not on baby mode at the level that's comfortable at given skill set, time constraints, kinesthetic ability. Yeah, I could see that.
Once upon a time, evil spirits dwelled here in these parts, and in a sense, they still do. I will tell you a story. It happened long ago, even before the revolution. It happened here, not far from Cherden. I heard my grandmother tell it. A man was fostering an orphan girl. He was a Noah. Everyone called him Old Yegor. She didn't want to become a witch, but he taught her his craft. She was to be married to a special young man. I can't recall what exactly happened, but this young man took his own life. He was later buried beyond the gates of the churchyard, which meant that he would pass straight to hell.
Damn, that's
As
brutal.
for the orphan, Vasilisa, she refused to accept it. She was intent on bringing back his soul from the inferno. To do this, she would need to break the 7 seals of the Black Book, which Old Igor kept, and retrieve him. And it was for that reason that Vasilisa agreed to become a witch. But to become one, she needed to be initiated in a banya or at a crossroads. And so, Vasilisa set out for the crossroads.
How is the volume from the game, by the way, for you all? I think just the voiceover. If I raise the music volume, it's gonna be pretty rough.
I slept poorly last night.
Let's drop music a little here. Raise that to 50. We'll do that. We'll see how that works.
Been waiting, hoping for you to return.
I'm going to increase that again. See how that comes out.
But you haven't. You never sat at the table. Where are you now, sweetheart? Where are you headed?
Is that better? Yeah, that is very low voice.
From relatives and from the warm summer, you've departed.
That's maximum, so I can't lift that higher.
There's no entrance or exit for you, it seems. Cold Mother Earth.
I can do this.
There isn't even a churchyard fence to hold on to. Enough. I don't believe you would do this to yourself. It'll all be well. All will be well. I'll accept this knowledge from Grandpa, though I know what you thought of that. But there's no other choice. I'll drag you from that road myself. Sleep for now. Sleep. I won't be long.
Welcome to the game Black Book. Use that to move around, select a point of interest. I can't select things. Hold on. Checking Steam settings. Okay. What the hell? Literally. View layout. Every time I'm trying to swap, it swaps right back. So, settings, game. I'm gonna restart and see if it fixes the button inputs. Because I had to activate. This game's being a little snooty little princess wanting things just so and so. Okay, we can
I slept
skip that.
poorly last night. Been waiting, but where are you now, Umbrella? There isn't even. I'll accept this, but there's no dragon. Sleep. I won't be long.
Okay, much better.
They didn't bury him in the holy ground.
That was a Steam issue. That wasn't the game's fault.
I need to go to the crossroads. The pine needles are golden with the sun already.
Adam's head heals minor wounds, a useful thing on any journey.
The spring is so hot this year. I have to go to the crossroads. I have nothing to do in the village.
Witch doctors know the way to protect people from all kinds of curses with this herb.
He guards Vilgard, it seems.
This voice actor has a strong S and they need a mic to cover and pronounce their S like Z. Oh my god, it's legit hurting my ears.
From the dark forces. He guards Vilgard, it seems. From the dark forces.
Oh, I can hear it now. Damn, Jaguar, thank you.
The darkness of the night is filled with anticipation. You're at Mikhail's crossroads, along with old Yegor. You know the ritual that has to be done, but you've never thought of what might happen once it's complete. However, the time to draw the circle has come.
The crosses look old. It seems people were buried here quite some time ago.
Where have you been? It will be midnight soon. Go over there, by that milepost. Everything you need for the ritual you'll find over there. Take the candles. We'll light them and draw a circle.
Cherdyn, 16 miles. Solikamsk, 102 miles. Nyrop, 21 miles.
Old and enchanted candles from from Old Igor's hut. With their help, you can draw a circle that can offer protection against evil spirits.
Clearly, the Galbets here mark the graves of the unclean. Otherwise, why would they be near a crossroads?
Well done, Vasilisa. Now let's draw a circle. Be careful not to leave any gaps, otherwise we'll be crushed by evil spirits.
I've made a circle. Is it all right, Grandfather?
The circle is drawn. No gaps, good. Too late to dither now.
You think that I can help him?
Sure you can. You can do anything when you have the book. So says the legend. Well, go on. It's time for you to take my knowledge. Such a long time we've spent together. Parting with it is bittersweet. Well, take it.
Oh, time to take the titular black book. How we feeling? Shall I do it? Shall we begin our journey, our descent? Who's ready for this? You don't have a choice in the matter, I'm afraid. Oh, I do. It's called exiting the game, shutting the stream off, and never touching the book, and never playing the game again. I always have a choice. Jaguar says Jalix and I have been waiting for this moment since forever when we voted for the game over and over. Maybe she's never had a choice in the matter. Don't tempt me! But if we're excited, let's do this.
Would you look at that? What power emanates from the book? The seal is open. It seems great sorcery lurks in you. Well, think about it later. Now speak the words I taught you.
I'll get up without crossing myself, but I will go to the crossroads. On the crossroads, I'll draw a circle and step into it, and I shall speak. Good merchants, come and buy my cat. For this cat, give me neither inconvertible ruble nor a fine hat, but bestow me with knowledge of the dark and eyes with vision sharp. So as I have said, so it will be. My words are stone.
Here are your merchants. Now listen carefully if you value your life. To become a witch, you have to defeat this demon. Time for your first Zagavar.
Welcome to your first battle. Each battle consists of turns. You and your enemy take turns, but you always get to go first. You win when you destroy all enemies before you, reducing their health to 0. This is the Black Book. It contains all your Zagavors. Try using the page Orasi. Press the end turn button to recite your Zagavor. The pages you had the previous turn have changed. The book alters the pages each turn. Enemy attacks can be blocked with the defense. Defense shields you from damage but disappears on your next turn. Recite the page of Avdalai, which has the defense effect.
Such enchanted words protect from demons, but this protection fades quickly. Now draw up a complete Zagavar.
So you may combine several pages into a Zagavor. You can currently recite a maximum of 3 pages, as indicated by the empty slots at the top of your screen. A Zagavor consists of orders and keys. You can currently recite a Zagavor consisting of 2 orders and 1 key. You can see the type of page, order, or key in its upper corner. So I want to do... Orasi, Orasi, Raba.
Good job, Vasya. This demon is nearly beaten. A couple more spells to rid the world of it.
The Black Book helps you predict your enemy's actions. Study the enemy's intents carefully to upset their plans.
Take that, you mangy hellhound!
Jaguar says, I like how the game uses the Black Book as an actual mechanic and not just a story prop or something. Yes. I do too. Jalek says, slay the spire with sentence building. You know, I like Slay the Spire. I have mixed feelings about Slay the Spire. I got a feeling this is actually going to be more enjoyable than Slay the Spire for me.
Well, now, Vasya, answer this maw. You'll be a witch as soon as you return. Well, safe travels.
Welcome to hell. Have fun.
Is that you, Vasilisa? I should congratulate you. For the first seal is open. Only 6 remain. Oh, but will you be able to open the rest? This is another matter entirely.
What sort of devil are you?
How rude, Vasilisa. I'm your chief advisor. It is I who grants you the powers of a Khaldun. We will become better acquainted in time, I presume.
I'm curious. Can the Black Book grant any wish?
Indeed, as legend dictates. Who knows? Perhaps you shall meet your beloved soon. Who is worthy to open the scroll and break its seals? No one in heaven, on earth, or beneath it has ever been able to open the scroll or look upon it. Yet.
How do I open the seals?
Oh. Can't figure it out by yourself, girl? I'm disappointed in you.
Let me return to the land of the living.
Not just yet. Have you forgotten your purpose? I name you a witch. How many demons will you take on for your service?
I feel like I'm declaring intent here. I'm thinking this decision through because I think I'm getting the mechanic here. If you start to go for one demon only, you're probably going to play through the game weaker, but you're probably going to retain more of your humanity. Whereas if you take on as many as possible, you're probably going to become more demonic, losing your humanity, but be far more powerful. So you're kind of declaring intention here. Like, I don't know if this... I don't feel like the game's gonna force you to pick here and, like, only go with that, but I feel like there's an intention here. To be perfectly blunt... Hello and welcome, Shark. Hope you're having a chill, lovely Sunday. There's a part of me that wants to go full evil and just say F it. There's also, you know, that voice in the back of my head going, no, you should probably play the human approach. You should probably try to do the thing. What do y'all think? You hope full evil allows you to fight the devil? I am assuming that full evil allows you to, become the devil. Yeah, why not? We'll throw it to a poll. Poll is started. Jaguar says I vote to rewrite the game. Y'all like evil, don't you? You all do like evil. Jaguar was the only one who voted for saving humanity. Alright, we're gonna take on as many.
Well, I will certainly need the help of demons. So give me as many as possible.
That's the spirit.
You have just committed your first sin. They say that the fate of the Khaldun and Witch is to burn in eternal flames with no chance for absolution. The outcome of some events in the game is yours to decide. Your sin counter will change according to your decisions. Your number of sins affects your choice of replies as well as possible game endings. They say each person has an angel on their right shoulder and a devil on their left. But to whom you turn your ear is entirely up to you.
But you are still too weak. Soon you will have 3 charts at your command. That's enough for now. Now go. Perhaps we'll meet again. If you manage to open the seals.
I do feel like if I had picked one, it would have also told me that I got my first sin.
What? Well, are you awake? The sun rose while you were coming to. Had to drag you home. I understand it's not easy to pass through the devil's domain. So, you've seen it?
Huh? Are we home? Seems like it was all a dream. The devil made me a witch.
Well, then it is a good day. What did I tell you? You should have become a witch a long time ago. Well, what's done is done. The legend says that your wish is behind the 7 seals. I could never open the first one. Here's the second seal, the Aspen one.
How do I open it? Maybe it was the demon at the crossroads that opened the first.
Perhaps. I think that demons do play a part, but what spirit is the Aspen one? I'll have to rack my brain a bit.
Jaguar says, fun fact, the devil does not make women witches. Strong and wise women make witches. They're only devils to the patriarchy.
Maybe there's something in the books? You yourself are a witch now. I knew that you would not let me down. The news of your enlightenment has spread already. Must be the Susetkes who told the heads of the families. Now people will come to you for advice. I am old now, not many teeth left. My Khaldun powers are waning.
You know, this reeks of a... I don't know the context and I don't know the history here, and I fully admit that I don't have, like, the narrative and story here, but this reeks of a culture that had a pagan tradition of going to spirits or entities that was later had those spirits and entities transformed into demons when Christianity took over. I'm getting that vibe here. Like, as Christianity took over, it syncretized demons with the spirits and entities of the people here. Because why would a witch be in this game be someone that would come be an advice giver and someone who's, you know, considered to be kind of a good thing and possibly powerful while also associating with demons, right? I know that is how it happened in a lot of Europe. I mean, that's how Christianity spread through most of Europe and more of the globe. Like, some entities were syncretized with saints or with, you know, major figures within Christianity like Jesus and Mary. And then you have a lot of other figures that were syncretized with demons and the devil and with evil, depending on what the church needed at any given time. So it's a little bit frustrating to see what is likely a understanding of spirits and entities being that may not be exclusively evil, kind of being associated with Christian demons. I don't know enough culturally about this, but I'm getting that vibe, and that vibe is probably in the right direction, if not, you know, close enough to correct, that I'd be willing to state that it's frustrating to me.
Now it is you who will help the people around here. Perhaps you will even find the right demon for your problem. Well, while you were coming to your senses, I've already spoken to most of the visitors. There's only one left. He's waiting behind the door. Look around for a start. Your book is over there, on the table. Do you remember how I taught you bookbinding? Afterwards, see to that visitor of yours. Some evil spirit has been giving him trouble. Got it?
Have you yourself met this devil?
I was initiated as a Koldun once. I saw this devil, who gave me my charts. I couldn't even lift the first seal. And you, all you needed was one touch, and it's gone already. It seems there is great power within you. Got it?
I got it, Grandpa. Time to get to work.
Look for the spirits around the district. Maybe we'll get lucky with the seals. We should not tarry. Who knows? Perhaps after 40 days have passed, we won't be able to help. God bless.
I feel like that was a soft time. That was a time limit. I.e., you don't finish in 40 days, you don't have a good outcome.
So, Vasya, have you taken well to learning the mystical arts? Are you curious enough to learn some more?
So how did you become a Khaldun, Grandfather?
I was born in Vilgard, the sixth son of my father, Yevlam Pichurov. It was a big family, not the richest though. When you have so many mouths to feed, it's hard to save money.
True.
But we lived well as a family. The house must have been built well. That is to say, I realize this now.
It also means you have more children to help with farm work if you're working on a farm, which is generally why farming families had more children. Because more hands means you can have more crops produced, and if somebody gets ill or takes ill, you have more children to replace those hands, etc., etc., etc. Especially back then. Or even in parts of the world now where farming culture is still thriving.
Then one year, a seventh brother was born. Timofey he was called. He was a good lad. He grew up, but I didn't look after him well enough. Heavy is this sin of mine. I still feel guilty. Vasya, having chores is a trivial thing. You would do better to protect the ones closest to you, to fight for them. It's knowledge that gives us strength, for we harness their own power against them, with the chores under our control. One day I was looking after Timofey. We were playing with the other children, but I lost my patience with the boy. I cursed him severely, sent him to the Leshy. So the Leshy carried him away. We never found Timoshka. He'd vanished. Oh, it's hard to bear these sins, Vasya. So hard. So I decided to become a Khaldun. I wouldn't let the Dark Ones harm my family ever again. Or so I thought. Well, I'll tell the story of how I became a Khaldun later. Ask me tomorrow. It's hard to remember all these things of the past. You'll understand when you're as old as me.
How's our Izba built?
It was built long ago. Lots of people have lived here since. More than half a century ago, it seems. All according to old rituals. You know them by now. But I don't remember who built it. My grandfather, I suppose.
How can I recognize evil spirits? How can I know when they're before me?
Simple. You've been to the world of the devil, and now you'll see everything for what it is. The only thing is, the darkness will see you too. Demons and spirits will track you down, and as soon as you glance into the darkness, you'll feel their eyes upon you as well. Be strong. Such is our fate. You make your own way.
No, I have to go, Grandfather.
On this screen, you can change the page composition of the Black Book. On the right, you can see the current page composition of the Black Book. On the left are pages available to you, but not in the current Black Book composition. You can categorize pages with special filters. You might receive pages that are currently unavailable as battle or task rewards. You can alter the page composition of the book to craft new pages. You need rubles. The Black Book volume has to stay within the limits of a maximum and minimum number of pages. You may also save 3 different sets of pages and change them as needed. In time, you will uncover even more Black Book pages, which are sealed away at the present. You can change the composition of the Black Book at any time except during combat. I don't feel like I want to... mess with the book right now. This page amplifies by 1 for every other page of the same color in Zack 4. Okay. I'm level 1. Increase the number of orders in your Zaga bar by 1. Pages deal 1 more damage. Pages with defense increase their value by 1. Coldoon's tricks allow change 1 card with the trump one. Number of keys. Items, shop prices. Visiting peasants bring 10 more in gifts. Draw an additional order page each turn. I feel like that's going to be a useful one to get, no? Shorts bring 5 more on job completion. But that could be useful as well. You can send 1 short on a meaningless job. That'll be useful if I don't care about sin, probably. Okay, increases sin that your torts bring you without job completion. Okay, so I feel like the game is trying to get me to play without building sin, knowing full well that your sin is going to increase over time. So I know we had that poll about the full evil thing, we made that choice, but I still think it's probably best to try to play towards minimizing sin, as it were. I don't want to. But we'll see. We'll see.
Oh, God bless Yegor Yevlampovich, Vasilisa Fyodorovna.
God bless.
I come bearing gifts. Some flour for your household. Please. Here, I won't waste your time. I'll tell you straight away. Something terrible is happening at the mill. We were working in the night when suddenly we heard some strange sounds, and a shadow began to darken in one of the corners. Such a deep blackness. We ran for our lives. You are known for your knowledge in these matters. What should I do now?
During the night shift at the windmill, he heard some strange sounds and saw some strange shifting shadows. What could be behind such emanations?
Peasants, spears, and fiends will all seek your advice and help in affairs of witchery. After all, you're a knower. If you answer a knowledgeability question correctly, you will receive reward. Sometimes your answers will influence in-game events. To recognize the correct answer, you will have to carefully study the surroundings and the onomasticon? I'm sorry, what is that? Which you can open at any moment from your menu. You can also receive a hint by pressing your knowledge button, however you will only get half experience. Um... Jalix says, I'm glad I don't need to understand this. Yeah, I don't understand either how I'm supposed to know. I mean, I'm assuming it's demons. I'm just gonna go with demons.
Why do you work at night? Demons are at work.
Jesus Christ.
Well, how do you think the millstones turn? Not by the wind alone, obviously. It's forbidden to work a windmill after nightfall.
Was I supposed to know that?
But what do we do now? I did everything right when I built it. Please, help me. I have this old item that you might find useful.
You'd better cough it up if we help you. All right, Vasha. Look into what's going on with that place. The demon there may be of use to us, you know?
I'll find out what's going on with your chort.
Oh, thank you. I was told you wouldn't let me down. Goodbye for now.
He's not your average miller. Usually they consort with a leshy, but this miller has some chort. Well, I'll study these seals while you're off dealing with the mill. And to make your trip a bit easier, take this herb. It is called an Adam's Head. It will heal you up if anything goes sideways. Time for you to be on your way. Evil spirits won't quell themselves. Well, you get all that? Wanna ask anything else?
Where do I find this windmill?
Don't you remember the one to the north of Vilgor? The devil haunts that place at night, people say. Go there and be back home by sunrise. We have much to do.
How do I use the herbs anyway?
Well, it's quite simple. Use them in battle to close up your wounds.
Got it, Grandfather. It's time to go. See you tomorrow.
Ah, wait! One more thing. I've sent a chort to Kusheva village. He must have cursed someone. Go there and fix it. You'll earn some money in process.
All right, Grandpa.
You are now on your travel map. Every night it will display different locations. You may go on your way only after you speak to all of your visitors. You can visit any available location, however your health recovers only after you accomplish your task and return to the Isba. Your goal, visit the main task location. However, you can't reach it without visiting all the other locations along the way. The game autosaves each time the location changes. You can also save your progress manually, in which case the game will save as soon as you enter a new location. You can open the map by clicking on your present location. We wish you the best of luck exploring the Northern Lands. So optionally, I can go this way and visit this village, or I can go straight down the path to the old windmill. Meanwhile, I still have... Okay, I'm starting to hit a point where I'm feeling a little bit like I have so many options with building the deck, with like putting the sorry, how do I put this? I feel like I'm having a moment where there's so many options with potentially building the deck and then possibly going down the optional path or don't go down the optional path, that I'm feeling like I don't know what to do. There's a bit of a decision paralysis happening. But I also tend to be prone to that at the beginning of games when I'm not sure what to do or how to optimize what I'm doing. So, Jalek says this is kind of why I dislike deck builders. They feel like they throw you into the deep end. Yeah, I mean, in a lot of ways, I feel like these type of games expect you to fail a little bit and not optimize it on your first playthrough because they kind of want you to figure it out for a second and third playthrough. I just wanted to check something with... Trying to think about what I want in terms of strategy. So the minimum that you can have in the deck is 13 cards. I feel like starting the game having low HP, I'm going to want to have a more consistent deck rather than one that's flooded with cards. So 13, generally speaking, you know, when it comes to building a deck in these type of games, or even like regular card games, you want to have consistency and you want to have cards that generally influence draw power, being able to sustain yourself, etc. And one of the things that I think a lot of people don't realize when they first get into building cards is that health is a resource, and that as long as you have 1 HP, you're still in the game. And so I'm kind of thinking more in the direction of... But this is also more RPG than it is like a standard card builder, so I'm kind of like thinking that the strategy would be to play a little bit more defensively. I don't know. I don't know what happens when you run out of cards. That hasn't been explained to me. Does the deck just reshuffle? This is when I start to get, like, confused about what to do because I don't know how the mechanics work yet. Maybe I should just play and think about it later. I mean, the thing is how you start this type of game often has a lot of consequences. They gave you a presumably basic deck a basic functional deck. You would think that. Um, you do not have the information to build a proper deck right now. That's true. I just looked it up for the record. Your deck is kind of random. um, yeah, I'm just looking it up very quick to kind of see if there's any, like, basic information I can get. Okay, yeah, when you build a deck, you want to have a minimum amount of cards to start with. Your starting build, I don't... Hold on. I'm wondering if things have also changed from the guide I'm looking at. Why are you reading a guide before even beginning the first proper combat? Because I need to know what deck building looks like. Because this is how I play games. Because I need to know if having a 13 card deck is optimal or not. Because I need to understand certain mechanics that the game didn't take the time to actually teach me. The game is not about to teach me anything.
You stealthily creep by the village houses. At least, you thought you were being stealthy. You hear a familiar voice calling out from one of the windows overhanging the street.
Flusha, wait! I have business with you. Hush! We'd better whisper. I've got this neighbor and I hate her guts. So curse her a bit, will you? Use a killer curse or something. Not a strong one. I've got a gift ready for you.
um... Why would I just randomly curse somebody? Jalix. Go with 3. I'm just gonna decline.
not that kind of witch. Just so you know, I don't just go firing off curses left and right.
That's oddly specific,
You notice
Jalix.
a noisy family gathering in front of one of the houses. It's unusual to see an entire family out on the street at this hour. Strange, muffled sounds are coming from inside their house. Falling cutlery, furniture moving around.
Good evening to you, Vasilisa. God himself has sent you to us tonight. Everything has been turned upside down in our house. The enemy of man is haunting our house. The devil himself is here. Everyone is scared senseless.
How did it manage to get in here? It's no simple matter for a chort to get inside a human dwelling. What did you do yesterday?
We just had some tea. Natalia likes it a lot. She's quite fond of tea.
I agree.
Then we prayed and went to sleep. And in the middle of the night, it all started.
Tea time turned into a chort invasion. I wonder why these demons appeared in the first place.
Like, how am I supposed to know the tea demon? Listen, I didn't do it. It wasn't me. I'm assuming that it's the tableware. I don't know how to look at the thing they mentioned. That was not specified to me. That gives you a hint that I'm just gonna say they forgot to cross tableware.
And did you make the sign of the cross over the samovar?
That must be it. We didn't mark the samovar with a cross.
What keybinds?
You must do this. And please remember next time.
You're such a great knower, Vasya. Please, won't you help us? Don't leave us this way.
I'll help.
Oh, very well. I will help you. It's no good sleeping on the street, is it?
Thank you, Vasilisa. Have some milk for you, Johnny.
You come inside the Izba. Everything is in complete disarray. The Chorts have certainly had their way here. You make the sign of the cross and take a couple of careful steps deeper inside. You approach the overturned samovar. Suddenly it shakes and starts to move, and red eyes light up the darkened room. A demon is here.
You've added a page that contains a status effect to your Zagavar. Status effects usually reduce their value each turn. Carefully choose the right moment and the right place in a Zagavar for pages with status effects. Oh, you're gonna do 6 damage this turn. Let's block the damage. Hello and welcome, Perry. Hope you're having a chill, lovely Sunday. Perry says, sweet, we're on Black Book now. Indeed, indeed. Also, that'll end the fight. Choose a new page. I see how this is gonna work now. Does not use word slots. Oh, that could be convenient, couldn't it? Listen, I'm gonna think about this, and I'm gonna take a quick break, actually. And when I come back, we can continue. Just give me a minute, and I'll be back in, or 5 minutes, and I'll be back, and we can make a decision. Okay, I am back. So, yeah, thank you for the well wishes, Perry. I'm indeed having a good Sunday. Jalix said, decisions seem like your kryptonite. So I want to explain something. To me, wanting to optimize and think through the decisions that I'm making, as well as taking the time to explain why I'm making the decisions that I'm making, is something that I think is part of the streaming experience. Looking up a piece of, say, basic information like, does your deck reset or do you only have 13 cards to complete a battle, to me is something that should have been in the game. And should have been told up front, considering they gave a tutorial. And that's the only thing I've looked up so far. Because if you have a situation where 13 cards is your whole deck and that's it, then you tap out, then you have basically a limit to how much you can handle in terms of a fight, versus if you have 13 cards that get reshuffled, you're incentivized to actually keep the deck small. And that to me is a big factor in how to play the game. And also, I am playing for stream, which means that decisions I make at the beginning of the game are going to have a deeper and more profound impact on the stream and decisions and the quality of what we're doing going forward, compared to if I was playing this by myself. So yeah, I am taking a little bit more time to make decisions. But making decisions like that do have an impact on life, and I do tend to take time to be a little more methodical with my thought process on things. Because everything that I've learned has told me in life that if you don't take the time to think things through when time is available, that you do lead to worse outcomes. So far from it being kryptonite, I think the ability to rationalize and go through that process is helpful. And again, I have to explain to people why I'm making the decisions I'm making as well, so that's slowing it down a little bit. It's not just me calculating everything in my head. I have to sit there and, like, actually talk about it. Does that make sense? Jaguar says, thanks for the explanation. As a non-gamer or someone who doesn't play much sometimes, it can be helpful for me to understand what's going on. Yeah, that's kind of why I was doing what I was doing, because otherwise, you know, for someone like you, Jaguar, who doesn't necessarily play games maybe as often, or these type of games at least, you know, it's helpful, I think, to explain that type of decision making. And just choosing a random thing could have an impact on late game stuff. So for me, like, having this one, I think might be useful because gesture does not use word slots. So I'm trying to think here. Like, I don't have any key tongues in my deck. Lock, firm, 3 damage. Page remains active for 3 turns. That doesn't seem very useful to me. Page amplifies by 1 for every other page of the same color. Page remains active for 1 turn and affects other pages. Not feeling that. I'm gonna go with Key Tongue.
The elders of the family bow to you and thank you for helping them. They also give thanks to God for bringing you here. The girl, Axinia, assures you that from now on every jar in the house will be crossed.
Also, I ended up making the decisions. I just need to say that I made the decisions for like which one to pick without fully understanding how you're supposed to choose and how you're supposed to have the information available. So, are you there, Jalix? Did you hear my explanation? Oh, okay. Just
The
wanted to
silver
confirm.
glow of the moon catches glimpses of the foul water. The chilled northern night air is split by dull croaks coming from the swamp.
It's getting kind of late, so you're getting sleepy. Gotcha. Silver glow of the moon catches glimpses of the foul water. The chilled northern night air is split by dull crooks coming from the swamp. I'm gonna draw a circle.
You quickly draw a circle on the soft swamp soil and light the candles. A moment passes, and then another. Finally, a demon appears and lunges at your defensive circle.
It's only gonna do 3 damage, and I can block 3 damage very easily with Brava. You're gonna do 6 damage this turn. I'll hit for 4. I'll play defensive on this turn. Keela has been really helpful. How many do I have in my deck? Can I check that? I just don't see Locke or Nava being useful. Have a good night, Jalix. Hopefully you can check out the rest of the stream. And until next time. I want a keyten in my deck, but I don't know what to take out for it. Take out. Maybe in a Rossi. I want a healing card. That makes sense to me. I'm gonna drop that. Thinking. Alright, we're gonna go to the next area then. I think that I'm good with that decision. Is this another optional path? It is another optional path. Should I go to the optional path? Yeah, let's go to the optional path.
Standing amidst the black wooden figures, you hear a rustle in the trees. You read the protective spells, but out comes a person, not a demon. An ancient woman dressed in old clothes. It would seem you have come across a beggar.
Oh, a witch, a witch! I can smell your kind from a mile away. Can you spare a few coins? I don't need much to get by. A person is only as good as they are charitable.
Here you are. Don't forget me in your prayers.
Thank you. I'll pray for your lost soul. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this, a healing herb.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. Good reference. Okay, I got a healing herb for that, so that's not too bad. I will take it.
Near the forest's edge, you see a white towel on an old stump. Someone has left a bottle of milk and some piragi. Near these gifts is a birch charter. Peasants from Bigichi village are asking the Leshi to take care of their cattle.
You'll see a white towel on an old stump. Someone has left a bottle of milk and some pierogi. Near these gifts is a birch charter. Peasants from Bigichi village are asking the Lishi to take care of their cattle. Jaguar asks, wait, did that old lady respect witches or was like, oh no, but I'll take your money? I think she respected. I think I'm just gonna leave. Why would I tamper with the gifts or steal them?
You decide to leave the sacrifice to the Leshi untouched. This is Bigichi's folk business, not yours. While traveling through the woods, you stumble upon a snake's nest. Baby snakes are still inside their eggs. Fortunately, the mother snake does not seem to be around. You make a small wall of stones around the nest and wait for the larger snake to come back. The mother snake soon returns. Seeing the barrier, she fruitlessly tries to get past, but soon leaves. Some time passes, and the snake comes back with a bunch of grass in its mouth. The snake touches the grassy mass to the stone barrier, and the wall instantly collapses. The snake is reunited with its nest. You quickly grab the grass before the snake hides it. It smells of rust. The only noticeable thing about it is the cross shape made by 4 leaves. Fortune has smiled upon you. You take the herb and get ready to go on your way.
Nice.
On a hillside near Kacheva Lake, you see 2 silhouettes. One is combing the other's long hair. There is something strange in his uneven movements, something that gives you shivers. The black figures disappear as soon as you recite the name of God. Gloomy windmill arms creak in the distance, parting the pre-dawn fog. The shadow of an owl passes overhead. It crosses your path, a bad omen, since man's path and man's destiny are as one. Yet, could it be it was trying to point you somewhere?
That's a bad omen. I feel like that's a bad omen. I'm gonna do protective.
You read a protective Zagavur and feel that the ancient words help you. You continue your journey with confidence. Besides, a bit of extra training never hurts.
I have two paths I can go to. See, it said that Chuds lived here. A dangerous and unholy place. Chud lived here. A dangerous and unholy place. The ravines are death traps at night. Falling into one will surely leave you crippled. That doesn't sound like a place I want to go to. I'm gonna go to the other location and then I'll think about.
You walk around the windmill and approach the Chud forest. The grim silence envelops you. The only sound you hear is of the fir branches, whispering in the morning fog. Suddenly, you see a swarm of chorts flying out of the side of the building, gleefully throwing around pieces of the windmill's wooden machinery.
I'm gonna check the debris.
The short swarm dives into the gloom with a chorus of angry screams. As the forest sinks into silence, you inspect the windmill's debris. Among some wooden logs and mechanical parts, you find a small sack of flour and pick it up.
Not too bad. Should we go to the dangerous death, ravine? I could also save before going. Yeah, that's how I feel right now. I feel like this is a bad decision.
You meet two travelers from Bigichi village who are on their way to the fields. The three of you continue on your journey together. Near the mouth of a chasm, one of them jokingly tries to shove you into the pit.
How jokingly? Like, actually jokingly, or... I am debating between laughing it off and attacking. What do we think? What do we think? Jaguar says punch. Hold it for now. Hello and welcome, Gangle. Hope you're having a chill, lovely Sunday. Glad you could join us. I'm gonna laugh it off.
You play along, thinking it was meant in jest. However, a moment later, it stops being funny. The peasant is inhumanly strong. He overpowers you, and you go tumbling down off the edge of the chasm. You come to your senses at the bottom of a narrow ravine. The trees rustle loudly in the wind.
Well, I'm not dead. Alright, time to go to the old mill.
The spruce branches part, and an old mill stands before you. This place is filled with legends and stories from the surrounding villages. Those who visited this place at dusk, or worse, at night, speak of dark phantoms in the windows of the mill, of sudden gusts of wind and other devilry. It is what they call a bad place.
Oh boy.
It's a carrier log. It's used to turn the mill. The old wood creaks in the wind. You can climb inside using a log. The old windmill is creaking from the cold wind. It is not... It's a carrier log. You try to clamber up, but your misstep...
I wasn't ready to go back inside. Hold on.
The spruce branches part, and an old mill. It's a carrier log. It's used to turn the mill. The old windmill is creaking from the cold wind.
Oh, another herb. Nice.
It's hard to see anything in the dark gloom of the night. Nevertheless, you feel...
Jaguar asked, did you see we played the game you donated? Thank you for the experience. It was a cute game. Gangle says, I saw it. It was great. Seriously, thank you for that, Gangle. It was, greatly appreciated. And I had a good time with it. It was a fun experience.
It's obvious the mill is old. Some wood has rotted through, making more windows. You approach and try to open the door. It's closed. The lock is as old as the mill. One good strike with something heavy, and it will break.
I should probably just break the lock with an axe, right?
The axe will help, but probably break in the process. It is quite old. You swing and strike the lock. With a clang, it breaks and flies off the door.
Whoops. There's a chest here.
You study the cabinet. Among various krinkas, old pots, and birch bark containers, you find a sack with silver rubles. It might be of some use to you.
Somebody own. This is that old man that wanted help. I don't want to take his money. I feel like that's kind of how we call it a dick move. Thinking. What about this chest?
This chest is for various tools used at the mill. Nothing interesting.
Okay. Guess we go up to the 3rd floor. An herb. A rift.
A broken block of wood is near the wall. It seems to be part of the windmill's mechanism and the reason why the grindstones are standing still. Through a hole in the wall, you see the woods of Chernyin.
I expected to see a wretched old man, not a beautiful maiden. Why are you here, then?
Well, what do you want with the windmill then?
Haven't you figured it out?
I agree, Jaguar. The narration in this game is pretty awesome.
Perhaps I was wrong about you. I thought of you to be a strong witch, a master of wit, deduction, and intellect, one endowed with knowledge that others do not possess. I guess not.
The windmill is possessed. But is the demon's presence here as spontaneous as it appears to be? I must think about why he's here in the first place. You were summoned by a sacrifice. You've been here since your creation.
Well, you are knowledgeable indeed. Not to mention, I'm bound to this pitiful miller, but I desire a powerful master. Take me as your servant. My sacrifice will attract someone more agreeable, and you will have both your reward from the miller and the reward of my presence.
I don't know, I kind of don't like this guy. I don't know if I want to take him on as one of my chorts. Kind of doesn't make me... He doesn't sit right with me. Not getting good vibes. He has cool wings at least, and he hasn't pushed you. Thing is, if they were able to push me down that ravine, I'm actually concerned if I had to battle them. It said they had superhuman strength. So I'm actually wondering if I took the safer option by getting pushed. Uh, I'm gonna refuse.
No, I don't need any other demons. I have enough of my own. I suppose the miller made his sacrifice. It's up to you to uphold your end of the bargain.
You speak well, but I shan't tolerate insults, foul wench. First defeat me in battle and prove yourself a witch worthy of my time.
You're gonna attack for 5 damage twice.
So arrogant. Do you really think you can defeat this ancient spirit?
Yes, my book will help me.
This can't be.
It doesn't look like he's attacking this turn. What is that symbol above his head? Demon seals attack. Seal a random page. Duration 6 turns. Wait, is that going to prevent him from attacking? Question mark. Am I understanding that correctly? Because it looks like he has a demon seal for 6 turns, and that he's only using 1 card to attack twice. And it said the demon seal would block a card. I'm gonna play it safe for a turn and see what happens. No, he was still able to attack. No, he's blocking me from using a card.
The book. It is a legendary artifact. I never gave up before, and I'm not going to now.
Yeah, I think I just played defensive on this turn. He is going to hit me for a ton of damage this turn. Amplifies. Actually, hold on. Amplifies by 1 for each page of the same type. Let me do the math here. If I apply this, it'll do 6 damage to him. That'll do 5 damage to him. Can I do 13 damage this turn is my question. Don't know, but he won't kill me this turn. I win. This page effect. Hello and welcome, Sean. Hope you're having a chill and lovely Sunday. Glad you could join us. Just beat our first boss. I think I'm gonna take this George the Father card. Cause page amplifies by 1 for every other page the same color. And increases offense of each page for 3 turns. So that could boost defense on 1 turn, and then... Yeah, that's a good card. You're now in the skill selection of the menu. Here you can unlock new magic abilities. You can visit this section through the menu at any time. With each level, you increase your health and gain knowledge points, which are necessary to unlock new abilities. As you increase your level, more and more demons will join your swarm. Some abilities unlock automatically at the moment of obtaining a certain level. Sean says, I'm in a severe thunderstorm watch. That doesn't sound great. I hope that goes well for you. I think considering that this gives a +3 and amplifies, I think I can get rid of that for it. I think that makes sense. The art style and ambience of this game is awesome. I completely agree. I'm having a lot of fun here. What do I want to do in terms of these knowledge points I have? What do we think? We want to... like, part of me feels like focusing on the demonology stuff is actually going to be the most helpful. Hello and welcome, merchants. Hope you're having a chill and lovely Sunday. I am indeed doing well. Getting the ability to have an additional order page each turn also seems really good for battle. I'm gonna grab that.
The 13th brother disappears into a burst of black flame. It seems that the air has changed, and it is easier to breathe. Soon, the Chorts will return and resume their work. The dark promise is still upheld. However, it is uncertain when they will start asking for sacrifices again. In any case, this is for the miller to worry about.
How to kidnap from Abanya.
And then he disappeared. He won't be interfering with work at the windmill anymore.
Well done, Vasya. I didn't doubt for a minute that you'd take care of the demon. Well, while you were gone, I had some thoughts about the seals. Every single piece has its meaning, and every seal requires a demon. The second one is the aspen one. We'll have to think what to do next.
The first seal was opened by touch, and that was all. How do I open the second?
Well, not by simply touching the asp, that's for sure. I think we need evil spirits. So we'll find the aspen demons.
Where do you think we can find them, Grandfather?
I don't know yet. I'll have to think on it. Go deal with the things you can at the moment, and let me think.
Can't we open the others right away?
I doubt that, but who knows? Look around a bit and maybe you'll fortune upon the right chort.
I see. Time to get to work then. The Chorts are back.
I sent them to perform an arduous task. That's why they weren't around.
Now I should give them tasks?
Well, what did you expect? You knew what you signed up for. Everything has a price, especially wishes. If you don't want them to torture you, send them to curse people. That's the life of a Khaldun for you.
And if I don't want to curse anyone?
Then suffer. These demons won't leave you alone.
I've seen them before in your Pester. Not often, though.
Now you will see them plenty. You can observe our entire gubernia in your Pester. In the end, you decide what you do with those chorts of yours. God help us. The moment I became a Khaldun, I saw the Uyezd in a completely different light. There is no such place where a demon wouldn't hide. You just noticed? Your own chorts are also a giant pain.
How did you come to be a Khaldun, Grandpa?
Well, told you the other day about the demon stealing Timofey. That's the reason for it. Fighting the pointy-tailed. I heard once that shepherds are no worse. So I became a shepherd boy, helped Prokopy, the holy fool. I shouldn't mention him at night. Knew his way around the forest, that one, and how to find lost cattle. So I studied under him. Anyway, it's a long story. I'll tell you later how I received my knowledge. It's not like I got it from him anyway. Had to bust my butt. In any case, see how I managed to teach you. Appreciate that.
I do, Grandpa. What kind of man was he, that Prokopy?
Not a kind man at all, but of great knowledge. Cursed a lot of people. Practically earned a living that way. Nearly cursed me once.
Are shepherds really knowers?
What makes you think they aren't? Why don't you try finding all the cattle in the forest without a demon's help? One has to know how to ask the old man of the forest for help. And in case a demon steals a cow or something, you have to be able to get it back. You'll have to learn. What did you think? Shepherds lie on their backs all day? You wish.
Demons are the one turning the grindstones at the mill.
Well, the miller won't turn them, that's for sure.
Can't the wind spin them? Do you have to use demons everywhere? It's dangerous, and a sin to boot.
Well, what did you expect? It will soon be the 20th century. The demons might make it easier. If they can start making flour, who knows? Maybe we can teach them to reap, too. You've heard of steam engines? Huh? I think there's a steam chart inside, like the one you can find in a samovar.
How did you manage your own chores?
Nothing to it, really. Just give them something to do. The only thing is they can't manage every task well. Their job is to wreak havoc. They don't like any other sort.
Okay.
Yegor Yevlampovich, Vasilisa Fedorovna, it's me again. Came to give my thanks. The spirits have stopped haunting us. Here's what I promised.
Herbs and healings items restore +1.
The spirits broke some things in the windmill, but we'll fix it somehow. I have some money saved up. I'll use some of it to fix the windmill, and the rest I'll leave to my grandson. Well, it is what it is.
So, I came to find out if maybe you've changed your mind about that woman. I brought a gift, you know.
Wow, you really don't like that lady. Wow. Okay. Give me a second, actually. I gotta run to use the bathroom quick. I will be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I also discovered that Windows had messed with my microphone settings. I might be a little bit better now. I swear to you, Windows annoys the crap out of me with this. And I just feel like every time before I stream now, I'm just going to have to double check my Windows settings. Do I sound a little bit different and or better? Okay. Check it now. It should be worse. This is it with the setting off. This is it with the setting on. You honestly can't tell the difference? Sounds about the same to you, Perry. Slight difference in the upper part and the sound at the back. Okay, so that means it's working. Okay. That's what it's designed to do. Basically, I had to, a while ago, set up an equalizer for my microphone, because microphone is, perfectly honest, kind of on the cheap side, but you know, if you work with the microphone settings enough, you can kind of find things that actually make you sound like you. Especially if you get somebody to help you, because sometimes you can't always hear what you sound like. So having tested that, I ended up finding software that worked for that, and I was able to make my microphone more functional. And take a cheap microphone and give it a little bit of a better setting, to represent my voice a little bit better. And every time, every time Windows decides when it updates that it's going to disconnect my microphone from the software. Like, it completely gets rid of the installation for it, and I have to reset it like every time. But of course, if Windows doesn't update when, say, I'm out or when I'm not around and I don't notice the update, then I go to stream on a Sunday or I go to record a video and then it doesn't work right. And then I listen back to audio and I'm like, why isn't this working? So literally, at this point, I feel like every single time I'm going to have to check before I do a recording or anything of that sort. Mildly frustrating, but at least I know now. I'm gonna pin that so I can just check it super quick. There we go. Alright, we should be back. Yo, this dude really wants me to curse this lady. Why does this dude want me to curse this lady so bad?
Oh no, I'm not the cursing kind.
Well, all right. I'll think of something myself. Well, see you.
Be well and live long. My godmother sends a jug of milk and sends her regards.
Kolya, is that you?
Hello, old Igor.
I'm like, why does the sound off? I put my earplugs in backwards.
So, you're back.
Yeah, it's been at least a week.
You sure have grown tall. How tall are you, exactly? 12 vershoks? Well, what brings you here?
I heard about your man, Vasilisa. It's hard to lose loved ones, I know. However, I'm here for another reason. I need your help. Yesterday evening, at a get-together, I made a bet with the lads. They dared me to enter Banya at night. I don't believe all this supernatural stuff you see. When you go to war, you see things you know. I entered this old banya, the abandoned one, by the river. It was around midnight. I opened the door and saw a sort of blue light. And it was quiet. I reached into the stove, you know, to take a stone. They wouldn't call me chicken if I showed them proof later.
Okay.
Suddenly, a hairy paw grabbed my left hand. Here, look, it left a mark. That devil didn't let me go. The hand was hot as fire, and then I just lost it, and it kept on asking. And she still held on to me, wouldn't let go, so I told her I would. Then she let me go. I ran as fast as I could. Damn this demonic power. You're a knower. Help me, would you?
Nikolai visited the banya at midnight, and something grabbed him. What might that be?
Wouldn't that just be a Banix or whatever? Since it's Banya, Banix, that makes sense, right?
In the banya, you say? Well, that's a bannick, all right.
Lord Almighty.
So its hand was hairy. What else did you notice?
I couldn't see anything. It was completely dark. The hand was black and hairy.
What did you do with the stone?
Well, I took it with me. To prove to them I wasn't yellow. Didn't tell about the demon, though. Dropped it off at home later. I told my godmother, and she sent me here right away.
Ah, wise woman, your godmother.
All right, I won't leave you to the wolves.
Vasilisa, take a closer look at the demon. This bannik may have an aspen seal on her. Go to the old banya tonight, both of you. Talk to the demon and find out why she wants to marry you. You, Kolya, use this balm on your left eye to see the demons. Don't forget the stone, Kolya.
I'll wait for you outside.
Hey, Vasya, they say you're a knower now. This may be of interest to you then. The other day we were gathering berries by Kajil Lake. By the way, I have brought you some. It's near Zapolsk. Anyway, we came across this clearing with holes everywhere. The horror! So I thought you might want to go there. Who knows? Perhaps there are evil spirits.
Didn't think I'd be seeking help from nowheres. I've always depended only on myself. My military service. Well, it's quite a story. Maybe later.
Old Igor has passed on to you his pester full of chorts. You now have a number of chorts yearning for mischief. Be careful, idle chorts torment their colden masters. It takes some time for chorts to do their job, a day or more. Each location has a specific type of job, hunger, strife, corruption, etc. Each chort has a job preference. You can discover it by learning a specific skill. Chorts perform better with their job of choice and worse with the ones they hate. In order for chorts not to torment you and steal your health, don't forget to give them jobs every morning. Defense gives -1. Yeah, I can't afford that. I gotta send these 3 out. Okay, I see. Uh... So basically, I want to... Kitty is playing. I want to maximize days at minimized sin. So... Yes, Kitty has a jingle ball. Did you hear it? Cats with zoomies. Cats with zoomies. Like, 2 days for 5 doesn't work for me. 3 days for 4. Two days for 4 works. Or sorry, 3 days for... check the black book. It'll cost me 13 to get another George the Father. I feel like I want 2 of those. I think I'm starting to understand how the deck building works. Two George the Fathers for blessing and increased damage. I feel like I want more of this key tongue because I can get extra damage in. That should make it likely that I can always do something here. Alright, I kind of like this deck now. Alright, let's set off. You now have the ability to take your companions along with your travels. Each helper has a unique ability that you can make use of in battle. Presence or absence of certain helpers affects outcome of in-game events. Ooh. Ooh.
You notice a black silhouette on the road. It appears to be shrouded in fog, and is hard to distinguish in the soft lighting of the night. The air is filled with a strange song performed by the demon. You've never heard this melody before. A chill runs down your spine as you listen to the alien melody.
Yeah, let him finish the song. It's probably gonna backfire. I'm kind of curious.
The devil continues his song. You listen, holding your breath and not moving. Soon, the melody stops, crashes against the tops of the fir trees, and dissolves in moonlit silence. You feel that perhaps now you understand demonkind somewhat better. Suddenly, a magic circle shimmers at the demon's feet. A moment later, another devil appears by his side, His burning eyes are staring right at you.
Well, shit. Wait, didn't I... Okay, but let me look at my abilities. Jaguar says, I feel like Doug would be a great person to bounce ideas off. He's good at deck building. For sure. That would have been nice to have, not gonna lie. Um... I kinda like you. Let's go with you. Okay, my question is, I thought I got an ability. Oh, I draw an additional card each turn. Oh. Okay. For some reason, I thought that said I could use an extra card each turn. Not a lot of choice but to go to the next one.
Scales glittering in the moonlight. Nikolai grins and picks up a large stone. He throws it right at the snake ball. Most of the snakes scatter, but some of the enraged creatures slither your way. Luckily, you find some healing herbs near the overturned stone.
Oh, I can one-shot here. Yes. Oh, that's a well-versed with 5 defense? Oh, I want that. Yes, I want that. Hold on. That's much better. When I get some more money, I should definitely buy more of that. Well-versed, well-versed. I'm liking how this deck is building so far. I'm gonna save after that. That was a good pickup. Set off to the next area.
You see a demon. His eyes are focused on the sky. It seems that he is in deep thought. He merely sighs when he notices you.
He doesn't seem to be hostile. We've noticed that not all of them are hostile. What if we greet him?
Oh, it's you! I remember you falling into hell.
What a talkative chort.
Well, what's so special about that? Me, I flew out of hell and decided to stay for a while. Help me find an answer to a question, and I'll reward you, witch.
Okay.
Well, sure. Ask away.
I'm searching for an answer. What are the 3 kinds of dates?
You go out on a date with your loved one.
Well, that's one. What are the other 2?
What are the 3 dates? You have one with a loved one, and the second one is?
A fruit? A fruit is a type of date?
There's an exotic fruit called a date.
Seems right. What is the 3rd one?
What are the 3 dates? You guess one, the kind with a loved one, and also the fruit. What's the 3rd one?
A day. A day is a date.
A calendar date.
It sure seems obvious now. So you are nowhere. Here you are, a treasure for your efforts. Well, I guess I have to get back to hell before they miss me.
The demon disappears into flames. You continue on your journey.
Page effect amplifies by 1 for every other. 3. 3 damage to all enemies. But not well versed. Thinking. I'm kind of liking the removes positive status with Colden's Fiend and dealing a damage. I'm also liking 3 damage to all other to all enemies. But I also don't know when 3 damage to all enemies would be super useful. Does that make sense? I think I'm gonna take Colden's Fiend. I might want to put that in the deck. I don't feel like I'm getting a lot from you. Alright, let me... Traveling herbalist. Sure, let's see what we got here.
What? Want some pranics? I've sold everything already. Oh, you want some herbs? Well, take a look then.
Oh, what do you got? Oh, these are expensive. Gives 2 defense. Decrease. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna skip buying.
You're not what we consider an average girl, are you?
Like a gloomy skeleton of an unknown beast, the old remains of a burnt house stand before you. All the logs are charred black. Some of them have collapsed and are covered with moss. Only the white stove gleams in the moonlight, still intact, even after the fire.
If there's been a fire and it's a burnt house, if that house has a basement, I'm falling straight into that basement from that charred wood. That will not support my weight. Stepping inside is a dumb option. I'm gonna inspect from the outside.
You walk around the house. The inside is dark, with logs poking out like the rotten teeth of a dead man. You see a shaggy silhouette of a demon inside.
Okay, maybe it could support my weight? Question mark? I think I just move on. I don't like this. A church. Let's go.
You see a friendly flame burning in the distance. You come closer, and soon you are standing in front of a lonely church. Inside it is warm and cozy. It smells of incense and old wooden sculptures. Soon you hear a calm voice.
So, you're wandering at night again, Vasilisa. Be careful on the road you travel. It can lead you to places no one can help you out of.
Hello and welcome, Jorn. I read... I'm so sorry, I was sipping my tea, and I read what you wrote, Jorn. And I heard it in my head in the Homer Simpson voice, and it was just, herbs. And I almost choked. Oh, that's funny. Should we read a prayer? Why not read a prayer?
You read a prayer and rest a bit.
What you got for sale, preacher man? Reduces your torment from Schwartz by 1. I feel like that could be useful. Do we want to go to the curved ravine? Let's go to the curved ravine.
You approach the open rift. Dried bushes are sticking out of its walls like the rotten teeth of a dead man. You carefully look down. Suddenly, the forest around you is lit by a strange red light. As you look up, you see a fiery ball zigzagging through the sky. Your words are lost among the tree branches. The fiery ball flies away, and everything is silent again.
Okay. Bridge the Banyas.
There's a rotting bridge over a small river, a tributary of the Kolva. In the moonlight, you discern a strange silhouette on the other side of the bank. You take several steps towards the silhouette, but it disappears in the morning mist. A chill runs down your spine.
Huh. Okay. Well, time to go do the optional task.
Night travels are not the most convenient ones. In the darkness, you can stumble upon any kind of evil spirits. This is precisely what happens now. You step into a silent meadow where a demon is drinking tea from a samovar. He notices you and invites you to join him.
I mean, he's inviting me for tea, and it's me. My first instinct is to want to take the tea. But then again, it might be demon tea. Jaguar says trick. I mean, it's very tempting. It's probably poison.
Your friend isn't familiar with demonic etiquette. He rushes headlong into battle.
Alright. In 3 turns, he's gonna do 15 damage. Essentially, I must murder very quickly. Got it. One, 2, 3, 4. Interesting. page remains active for 1 turn and affects other pages. Well, first. Increases value, defense value in pages for... That's really good. Like, that's really good. Hold on. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That's how they got Tara offered to you. True. True.
Dark pine branches move to the sides, and you see a meadow strewn with old, overgrown pits. You come closer and look into one of them. The green of the meadow drops into the open maw of the pit, from which you sense the cold of the grave. God knows who dug them up, and why.
I was sent to inspect the pits, so let's inspect the
You
pits.
start to inspect the pits one by one. You take one careless step and tumble down. Luckily, the pit is not that deep, and you climb out with ease.
I took 3 damage.
You
Okay.
frequently look around. You feel as if someone is watching you. You almost decide to give up finding anything in these mysterious pits when you notice an old grave at the bottom of one of them. A grim pit is filled with a damp stench. You see an old cross covered with a rotten towel. Near the grave, there is a small pot with an offering to the dead. The old cross is covered with moss, and mushrooms grow at its foot. You feel uncomfortable near the grave of the unclean dead. In the pot by the gravestone, you find a couple of gold coins, which you quickly pocket. But it seems to have disturbed the dead man. Suddenly, a white spirit rises from the grave.
That's unfortunate. Oh, that's probably a better option. That's now 6 defense. And then I can use these 2. And do damage.
You hear a familiar voice. Young folk are having an evening gathering, although it's not the best season for it.
Hi, Vasya! I know you have no time, but sing at least one song with us, for old time's sake!
All right, but just one.
You sit by a house and dissolve in a deep song.
Nice. So, what is this? Small banya by the riverbank. Also, did I successfully finish the side quest? Yes. I examined the old bits. Let's go to the banya by the riverbank and let's finish off this section. I think finishing off this section, assuming this isn't like, you know, super complicated, pale. Oh, there's an herb. Assuming this section isn't super complicated, I think we wrap up after this.
The river is not very wide here. Mist covers everything. It looks like a river flowing with milk. The small barrel once held water. It's riddled with holes. It is unlikely anyone can use it now. The small barrel once held water.
Here at last, and all these demons in these parts, I had never thought.
Evil spirits have always been here, but you won't be able to see them without me. These chorts harm people, but nobody can even see them.
Enemies here as well. No place is safe these days, I guess. I've been thinking, why did the spirit attack me? Someone must have been there before me.
Well, first of all, it was nighttime, and evil is strongest at night. Besides, why did the evil spirit attack Nikolai? Bannock sure love their rituals. You didn't ask to be let in, did you?
No, I didn't. I just walked in.
Well, there you have it. The spirit took notice of that right away.
Yep, not surprising.
You don't say.
The banya has sunk a little. That's why it got stuck, I think. You're a strong fellow. You open it.
I can do that, sure. But could you put Zagavor or something on me so no one grabs me?
I think we're ready to go inside.
All right. I know. All the shelves have rotted through. Let me, kind Bannock, pay a visit to your home. Repeat after me, Kolya.
Let me host Bannik.
Now, let's think of what to do with this bride of yours. She's been waiting for us, I suppose. That blue light has been shining here, right until we came in. Let's summon her and ask some questions.
All right. You are the knower here.
First, let us prepare.
So we draw the circle.
I'll draw a circle to be safe. I don't think your bride is evil, though.
Better safe than sorry, Vasya.
Then we stoke the fire.
In order for the Bannock to know we're here, let's heat up the stove. And that stone that you took, put it...
It's better if you do it. I sort of forgot how when serving in the army.
Really? Very well.
And read
After
the
that,
over.
we'll step into the circle. I'll read a special spell, and just like that, she should appear.
Vasya, you are a knower, no doubt about it.
Well, let's get to work. All the shelves have rotted through.
Well, is it time?
Yes, it is, Kolya. As soon as I start reading, the demon will appear.
Don't step over the line.
If you step out of the circle, she'll strangle you.
All right, I get it.
Here we go. Bannock, my hostess, let us wash and steam.
Wait. Don't run. Hear me out.
Okay.
Jesus and his troops!
Don't move. Let me talk with this Bannock.
Wait. I'm not a demon. I'm an ordinary girl.
An ordinary girl, you say? Bannock says that she's but an ordinary girl. Is that a demonic trick? What is she then?
I gotta pick this answer. I gotta pick Changeling. You all know why I have to pick Changeling. I'm picking it.
If you're not a demon, you must be a changeling.
Oh crap, that was the correct answer.
Yes. You're truly a knower. Well, it is as I said. I've been living in the world of demons for a long time. 18 years. I've grown to resemble them. I was still a child and came to wash with my mother. I did something wrong.
Found her.
I can't remember what, but my mother said, "Devil take you." And so, an Abdericha took me. Help me, Vasilisa. You're my only hope.
Where have you been all this time?
We wandered the banyas. I got sent where the stove was hot. Such was my life. Now we live in this old one.
Do you know anything about aspen demons?
No, I don't. But I can ask the Abdericha.
How do we bring you back?
To escape her, I need to get closer to the mortal world. Bring me a good belt and a cross, the kind that's worn on the skin, and find me a name. Then the Abdericha will have to marry me to someone. You, young fellow, don't you let me down. Only you can do it.
I will help. I promise you my word.
What kind of cross do you need?
Just any cross won't do. I've been living with evil spirits for too long. I need one that's been worn by a demon.
That's... what?
Well, that's a puzzle. Where can we find a God-fearing chart?
Oh, I don't know. Your friend is a knower. You'll think of something.
Hopefully.
Where can we find the belt?
I need a special belt
Of course
as
you do.
well.
Why can't it be simple?
It has to be woven by a skilled witch.
We can give you the name right away.
No, that won't do. The name has to be one from Sviatsi and given by a priest.
All right, we'll help you. It's wrong to abandon a Christian soul. Besides, you already have a groom.
Of course we'll help.
Thank you. Bring me a cross worn by a demon, a name, and a belt crafted by a witch. I think I hear the roosters. I need to go. Come back again with the gifts. I'll be waiting until we see you again.
The demon crawls back under the bench and disappears into black flame. You return to old Yegor's house and think about what to do next.
Alrighty then.
But she needs a cross that was worn by a demon, a human name, and an enchanted belt. Then she hid under the bench.
What a job you have. Worse than fighting the Turks.
This is our destiny. A changeling, that bride of yours.
What's a changeling?
The Bath spirit must have switched her at birth, I imagine. Now, Vasilisa, can you guess how shall we lift the aspen seal?
What demon is necessary for the book to open the aspen seal?
I guess with the changeling short?
That Abdirija switched the girl with an aspen log. A log is a demon itself.
Well done, Vasya. My teachings weren't for naught. The changeling from the ethereal world. These infants don't grow up, as you know. The question is, should we waste our time on the bride's requests if we ourselves can find this changeling?
We can't abandon a Christian soul to evil spirits.
If I were you, I'd think whether I should take a demon for a wife.
Only a devil will marry a soldier like me.
We haven't heard of such a child up until now. This means that the parents keep it secret.
Right. The demon might have gobbled up her parents. Without that demon bride, we won't find it.
You'll help me then?
We will. But what should we start with? Huh? What was it she asked for?
I guess we start with the first one, the cross. Why not?
A cross worn by a demon. Is such a thing possible?
Everything is possible, Vasilisa, if you think about it. I heard that an Ikotnitsa appeared in Yenidor recently. Go there and take her cross.
Yeah.
Then I'll start with the cross. What could be more important?
In Yanidor, you'll find Evdokia Fokovna. They say her daughter was possessed by Ikota. So, did you get all that?
Who is that Ikotka?
Come on, don't you remember? This one time, a woman from Pokcha came to us, so that we could whisper some zaga, and then a chort, size of a vershok, escaped from her.
Oh, So that was an Ikotnitsa.
Well, yes, this Ikota Chort talked with us for a bit, remember?
I really don't like dealing with the possessed.
Well, nothing can be done about that. So, did you get all that?
Where can we find that woman in Yenidor?
Her house is closer to the edge of the village, the one with carved gates. So, did you get all that?
What not to get? Go to the Ikot?
Alright, and I think this is a good place to wrap up for today. We'll deal with the visitors, the chorts, and everything here next time. But yeah, I think this was a good start. A little bit rocky to start, of course, because, you know, planning a deck builder and trying to make sure that you have, like, a strategy going in, I think takes a little bit. But now that I'm getting a feel for it, I've definitely built a deck that I'm comfortable with, and I feel like I'm doing enough damage that some of the defense that I was going for initially kind of is being put to the background. Even though I still have enough defense, I think, to fight through. And then, of course, knowing that the 13 cards constantly refresh and recycle is really useful as well. So, for next time, you know, we'll continue through and try to make more of this happen. But until then, I'm going to give you all 5 minutes if you want to talk amongst yourselves. And I think this has been a fun stream. I know I wasn't really talking a lot also, but the game kind of was providing a lot of that for us. So yeah. Thank you all so much. If you're someone new who's stopped by, check out the link to the Discord in the description down below to join us for good conversations, gaming, and political stuff, as well as consider supporting the Patreon, which is also linked down below. So with that said, more Black Book next week. My name is Anarchist Terra. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one.